I guess we can start talking about fucking Trump and shit.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
What?
Fuck! Fuck!
Yeah, man. So Donald Trump is already like signed this shit into an executive order, but we are about to start receiving some refugees from South Africa, white refugees from South Africa, and it's because Donald Trump believes that they are being persecuted because they're white.
Nigga!
Yeah, man. So we get the story here. This comes out of, let's see, where did I get this story from? This story comes out of, damn it, I just saw it. I just saw it. Well, I'll be a monkey's bare-assed uncle. There it is. We get the story from NPR. It says the first Afrikaners granted refugee status are due to arrive in the United States. The U.S. government has officially granted 54 South Africans, white descendants of mainly Dutch colonizers, refugee status, and they are expected to land in the U.S. on Monday, May 12th. Three sources with knowledge of the matter have told NPR. The sources did not want to be named because they work for the U.S. government and fear for their careers. Also, keep in mind, Donald Trump is trying to defund NPR and PBS as well, man. Just keep that in mind. It says U.S. authorities on Thursday were trying to arrange a charter flight that would bring the South Africans to Dulles Airport near Washington, D.C. on Monday morning, but it's not clear if they will be allowed to land at Dulles. If that is not possible, then they will be sent on commercial flights, according to the sources. NPR has also seen an email confirming the plan and that the new arrivals will then be sent to their final destinations in various states across the country. The group are the first group of Afrikaners to be accepted by the U.S. after President Donald Trump signed an executive order in February offering them possible resettlement. The Secretary of State and the Secretary of Homeland Security shall take appropriate steps consistent with law to prioritize humanitarian relief, including admission and resettlement through the United States Refugee Admissions Program for Afrikaners in South Africa who are victims of unjust racial discrimination. The order signed February 7th said it's also cut aid to South Africa.
White fever get in your blood, man, it'll make you crazy. And you know they got them short little skates nowadays and that, what they call them, the tongues?
Thongs.
Yeah, right. They got the thongs all up the booty crack and they got that sweet white nectar. Oh, Lord, have mercy. And after that, it's over. You wake up and you don't even know what you done. Just a pool of sweat around your ankles and a deep sense of satisfaction.
Yeah, that sounds like how Donald Trump thinks about them. The sources said a press conference was planned for the group's arrival at Dulles Airport, which will be attended by high-level officials from the Department of State and Homeland Security. States that have agreed to take in the South Africans include Colorado, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Washington, West Virginia, California, Idaho, Montana, North Carolina, Nevada, and New York. One source said several other people granted refugee status have family ties in the U.S. Now, the question that I would have is like, look, if they are dealing with a real persecutorial type of situation in South Africa, fine, cool. But why do we not have that same standard for people of color who are coming from also political uprisings or coming from unstable governments around the world? Why is that an issue when they come here? Donald Trump last year was accusing like the Haitians of eating the cats and dogs over there in Ohio. They kicking fucking Cubans and Venezuelans and El Salvadorians. They kicking them the fuck up out of here, man. They getting them the fuck up out of here at record pace. They even throwing some motherfuckers who are United States citizens up out of here because they think they might be Cuban, El Salvadorian, like all of this shit, right? And you want me to believe that this shit ain't racial, right? Like when these groups are being shipped off left and right. Now you could say, and I'm sure those who are President Trump supporters and shit. They're coming over here the right way. Some of these other folks aren't coming here the right way. Understand something here though, right? Some of them, again, were fucking United States citizens. some of them have been shipped off despite court orders to say that they shouldn't be shipped off at all.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn! What? Fuck!
So you have to excuse me if that shit rings hollow, right? We know that this is about the race of the people coming, not necessarily about the situations that they're coming from. Because if it was about the situations that they're coming from, these South Africans, these Afrikaners coming from South Africa would be last on the list, right? They would be last on the list. Think about this. Afrikaners, they came and they colonized a fucking nation on a whole other continent. And then they held the people that come from there, the descendants of there, the natives of there, held them under apartheid. And so now that nation is being given back to the people whom it originally belonged to, now you're saying that those people are the victims of racial discrimination? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Like Charles Barkley, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Right? Man, it's silly, man. Oh man. Let's see. We got games and drinks in the chat. He says, sounds like he wants to bring in racism. Of course he does. I mean, think about this for a second, man. We know that Elon Musk is a South African. He's an Afrikaner, and we're noticing how we're noticing more and more of the politics of Elon Musk and how discriminatory it is. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't have anything to do with Elon Musk, and like maybe Elon Musk helped champion this while he was, in that Trump administration as part of Doge. My man GS here, he says that Trump's going to fuck around and try to recreate Crest Rhodesian. Listen, we're seeing the weird thing about this is that we're seeing it, and I'm always amazed at the people that I do know who voted for Trump, who are of color, who try to act as though these sorts of things aren't happening, right? Much like last week when we were talking about those Trump supporters, who like old boy who said about him, kind of like trying to dismantle the African American History Museum, and he's like, in some ways it's a slap in the face, and in other ways I don't care. Like, how do you campaign against somebody or campaign against somebody when his supporters, even when they're being disrespected, don't care about the disrespect because they expect that like other people are going to hurt more than them? That's mostly like the Trump coalition. If we're being 100% about it, the Trump coalition is about, hey, so long as them people over there get fucked up more than me, cool. That's what their coalition is. It has nothing to do with making America great again, or because they can't even point to when it was ever great for everybody. It's all about, hey, those people over there are getting fucked up, fine. So long as I'm not getting fucked up. And then when they find themselves getting fucked up, like, hey, man, wait a minute, what you doing? It wasn't supposed to be fucking with me. And this is when you start seeing those stories about, hey, I voted for Trump, but now my son is being deported, or my husband is being deported, or my wife is being deported. Hey, I voted for Trump, but my daughter's job is being eliminated, or my job is being eliminated, and Elon Musk cut my shit. And we didn't vote for him. Because they didn't anticipate them being fucked up along with everybody else. They saw themselves as a select group, and they didn't know that the fucked up shit was going to happen to them too, right? Let's see. GS also says, honestly, Spann, I don't think they care if we believe it or not. Truthfully, I don't think they do either. Like, I'm not under any illusion that these people give a fuck about what we think about. It's to a point now with this particular Trump administration, because he can't run, although they've been floating this shit, in the media and everything else. He can't run again. So now it's like, he's going to act with impunity. This is Trump unleashed. We've already seen Trump get away with, he only ran to get away from the fact that, he was going to go to jail. If Trump didn't win that election, Trump's ass is going to be locked up. he was going to be convicted of these charges that he had against him when it came to shit. I'm getting notifications that threw off my damn train of thought. When it came to the classified documents case, when it came to the January 6th shit, when it came to, he already was convicted of the shit in New York with Stormy Daniels and stuff, like all of these charges that he had against him, he was going to be convicted of that shit. He only ran to keep himself out of jail. So now it's like just Trump unleashed. He's doing whatever the fuck he can. And also for those who kind of facilitated and put the battery in his back and financed his campaign. And, he's also doing favors for those folks as well, man. Let's see. Games and Drinks says, Eastern Europeans are Asians. They just don't like to say that. Hey, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know. I want you to like kind of clarify that though for me. Because where did that come from? Where did that come from? But yeah, man, it says, let me go back to this story. It says the source noted it is unusual for refugees to be welcomed at the airport by U.S. dignitaries. Because why? Why would they? Of course it's unnecessary. And it said the process of interviewing them in South Africa and granting them refugee status has been unusually quick. The Afrikaners have been given P1 refugee status, according to the State Department website that is given to individual cases referred by designated entities to the program by virtue of their circumstances and apparent need for resettlement. The South Africans will now have a pathway to U.S. citizenship and be eligible for government benefits. Again, and I need y'all to listen to me. I told y'all a while ago that when it came to a lot of the rhetoric that in regards to the amount of illegal immigrants or, undocumented folk coming here and the amount of black people here, most of this was about the fact that the demographic changes in America were staring white folks in the face, right? That in America, white people are scheduled to become a minority in this nation by the year 2045. So what they're trying to do is to reverse some of that as much as they can so that they can extend the white majority in this nation further, right? So if they can expel 11 million or however many alleged undocumented people from Latin America from here, they will do that. If they can import more people from more white countries like the Scandinavian countries, like some of those Eastern European countries my man Games and Drinks talks about, like some of those South Afrikaners who are coming here. They'll welcome those folk, but they're trying to mitigate the fact that in 2045, white people are scheduled to become a minority in this nation. This is why you get the push to get rid of abortion in so many Republican-led states. This is why you get the push for banning no-fault divorce, because they want to keep these women in marriages to make these women have babies, with white men and boost up their numbers. They are deathly afraid of becoming a minority because they are afraid of what they've done to minorities, the minorities will do to them. That is what we're facing. That's what this Trump administration is trying to reverse. Most of that is partly what Project 2025 was about. White people are scheduled to become a minority in this nation. They are on the death grip of trying to hold on to not only political power, but also population numbers as well. And this is why we have them welcoming Afrikaners at the airport with U.S. dignitaries, when other people, they're trying to get them the fuck up out of here by any means necessary, even sending some U.S. citizens and disappearing them because they don't have the complexion for the connection. So, yeah, man, we got that going on.